In the world of real estate, what scares you the most? Is it fraudsters, land grabbers, developers, agents, or wiki? Buying land should secure your future, not destroy it. In today's episode, we'll be looking at all you need to know about land fraud in Abuja, the red flags, the tricks, and how to protect yourself. Welcome to Urban Dwell Dialogues, the podcast for everything real estate, and I'm your host, Eberebi. Here with me is a seasoned realtor.
Okay, my name's Atora Vincent Chigozie, or popularly known as the builder you can trust.
Okay, so Vincent would like you to throw more light about yourself, what you do, how long have you been in the real estate world?
Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I know we are going to have a great time in this podcast because a lot need to be said. So like I said earlier, my name is Atora Vincent Chigozie, the builder you can trust. A lot is happening in Abuja real estate market. It's crazy because, the quest to make money is making people do a lot of things. So I've been doing this for over 6 years now. So after my NYSC, I started to venture into real estate and I have gotten my finger burnt. I know the do's and don'ts of Abuja real estate, and I've seen the bad, the good, and the ugly. So today, I'm going to be sharing a lot.
Oh, that's so interesting. I would love to hear, and I'm sure the audience too would love to hear the good and the bad and the ugly in the real estate world.
Yeah, it's so good to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I would like you to throw more light on real estate fraud in Abuja. What exactly is real estate fraud?
Okay. Real estate fraud in Abuja, that term land fraud, it's just the deception, the dishonesty that is that comes with buying land here in Abuja. So it's just about the dishonesty, the irregularities, the whole bad thing that happens when you have good intention to secure your future, like you said, but somebody out there is looking for a way to take your money, and that is where this dishonesty comes in. So Abuja land fraud is just about the deception, the dishonesty that is happening in Abuja real estate market that is making people to lose their money on a daily basis. Yeah.
Okay. Why is land fraud so common in Abuja, unlike other cities? I mean, in recent times, there's been an increase in cases of land fraud in Abuja.
Yeah, if you have been following Abuja real estate closely, first of all, if you look at Abuja as a whole, there are just two sectors in Abuja: the politicians and the realtors. In Abuja, if you're not into politics, you definitely be doing real estate business because a lot of values have been placed in Abuja real estate. You will see a land document going for 15 billion, 20 billion. Do you understand? So it's one of the easiest way to move money. You can see somebody will just have one paper and you tell you that this paper I have worth 15 billion. And you can take that paper to anywhere and it's not something that is not heavy to carry. You just put it in your box and you just start moving. So because of the value on Abuja real estate and the money in this Abuja real estate industry, I think that is why a lot of things are happening, because the evils always follows money. Anywhere money goes, evil follows. So I think that is why all these things is happening in Abuja, because man nature to make money. It's crazy. Man can do anything to make money.
Sure.
So I think that is why this fraud or this thing happening in Abuja is on rise. And I don't think it's going to stop because money is involved.
You mean it's easy for people who are into money laundering? Land fraud is the easiest way to, for lack of a better word, to carry out a hideous act without being tracked. Is that why we have land fraud on the increase? Like, it's a smooth way to launder money without being tracked. Could that be?
Yeah, it's possible, because even if you're following the news closely, you will notice that EFCC have started investigating a lot of developers and real estate firms. This is to tell you that now it's coming to their attention that a lot of shitty deals are happening in Abuja real estate. So for the EFCC to open up a department or to start going after them, it means there is a lot of money moving. I know EFCC does not go where there is no money.
Exactly.
So EFCC follows the money.
Yeah.
And then for them to find their way into Abuja real estate, it means there's a lot of money moving. So what does that tell you? Is that here in Abuja real estate, the value in Abuja real estate is crazy. I'm telling you, you will see a land worth 20 billion,
Yeah.
30 billion, 40 billion here in Abuja real estate. So if that kind of money is in Abuja real estate, trust me, a lot of things can happen, and it's already happening. So the government knows this very well, and they are doing their best, and they have opened a department to keep track of all this dishonesty in Abuja real estate.
Okay. Can you share the forms in which this land fraud occurs? What are the forms? What are the likely forms that this happens?
Okay. So in Abuja real estate, there are some traces, or there are some forms, like you said, where they execute this kind of land fraud.
Yes.
First of all, they call themselves the racketeers. Do you understand? How did they work? They can get hold of your land, papers,
Okay.
clone it exactly, and they'll start contending with you that this land belongs to them. I think that is the most commonest one that happens, racketeering. So they just get those papers, they will just forge it exactly the way yours is, and they will come into your land and start working on it. They can even go as far as harassing you, the owner of the land, take you to court, just trying to bully you out of your own property. Some people give in. Some people that don't like trouble, it's not everybody that likes trouble. Some people be like, some people be like, I don't want wahala, please just go with this one. Some people are like that. Some people have the will and the zeal to fight back. So racketeer is one of the forms of this Abuja land fraud. Then secondly is like call it site and service. A lot of land fraud is happening in site and service. What is site and service? Site and service is where you get an estate land and you dissect it into sections, 400, 500, and start selling it out to people, because people might not have that money, that bulk money to buy individual plots. Yes. They tend to go for estate plot, and it's another avenue to make money, because in site and service you can see a lot of ads, as you're seeing people's advertising. You can get a lot as low as 200,000, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, and normal average man that wants to live in Abuja, we see it as a perfect opportunity for me to own a land. So it's easy to key in, and trust me, in that department there's a lot of fraud happening, because at the end of the day, you buy land that does not exist, you buy land and they will not give you a location. A lot of things is happening in site and service. Yeah, site and service. So, and it's mostly done by the developers. So I think these are the two major forms of Abuja land fraud currently that is going viral now.
You talked about racketeering. If I possess a land illegally, are there no ways that I can fight to prove that this land belongs to me? Like, why would I be bullied out of my own land? Does it mean that there's no other way to contest it?
Yeah, there are ways. Like I said, there are some people that does not have this tough nature of fighting back.
Or is it that they don't have the right insight? Like they don't know their rights, or they don't know what to do?
Yeah, thank you. Because these guys, this racketeer, they do a very great job. I'm telling you, I've seen where they operate. For example, let me give you this example. Somebody will just come to your land, or maybe they might send somebody to you. They say, okay, I want to buy your land. Can I have your papers? And once they get that papers from you, they will go over to wherever they want to go. They will duplicate it. They will get exactly the whole detail that is on that paper. Then they will come back to the land to tell you that, oh, this land was allocated to them so time, and it belongs to them, that you should come with your own papers. Most of these guys already have people in the police. They already have people in everywhere. Like, they have those people they have those people that can hurt you or that can bully you. Do you understand? And remember, the job of the police is to investigate. So the police will invite two of you, get the two papers and start their investigation. You understand? So maybe in the process of doing that investigation, going to court, land cases takes a 1 year, 2 years, you're still in court, you're still dragging, you're spending money, you are doing everything possible to reclaim your land. Some people will get tired of the process and be like, I don't think I want to do this again. So there are some people that you can't afford to mess with. Yes. Once you come for them, they will come for you. Yeah. Do you understand? So that racketeer it depends on who is their victim.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Once their victim is not smiling, they will just leave you. This one is not. There is one of my friend back then. he received a call that this land that they own this land, that if he's the owner of the land, he should come out with the document. So he called me and said, see somebody called me and said that this. I said, don't worry, I know them. You understand? Just call them back and tell them that, see, if I catch you today will be your last day on earth. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because so after he used that strong word on them, they stopped calling. Do you understand? But assuming they called him and he started be like, are you sure? I don't know. And he start acting weak and mean.
Yes.
They will just start praying, or you don't know this one is the right target. So that is how it works. It works on it based on the individual. Do you understand? It based on the owner. It's not something that it just like a game. Once they will throw their dice. If it favors them, that is it. If it don't favor them, that is it.
So based on this racketeering, 2 things I was able to pick out from what you said is you fall victim. One, if you have a weak personality and then these people discover that there's a loophole, or you're not knowledgeable about, the land or how to go about it. That is when they can defraud you of your land. Then the second one is when you have insight and you know everything about your land in terms of probably carrying out due diligence and knowing that you possess the right documents, you won't be bullied out of your land. Yeah. So basically we're talking about knowledge, and then we're talking about probably your personality, how dogged you are. So I would also want you to shed more light on this in terms of what people need to know. Okay, at the point where you have acquired the land, it is now yours and it is genuinely yours. What they need to know to avoid having this experience with the racketeers.
Okay. Let me tell you how this whole thing happens. We as normal Nigerians, we just want to make money and invest in our future by maybe buying one land, or just putting your money in landed properties. And I think that is one of the best way to secure your future, because land investments still remain the best form of investment. So you see a normal or an average Nigerian that has his money will approach, or maybe you will see a particular plot that is for sale, and you are interested in it, you have the money to buy it. So you maybe you send your lawyer to do the due diligence.
Yeah.
Whenever people talk about due diligence, it's tricky. It's very tricky, because a racketeer, that wants to sell a land to you, after cloning the paper and he wants to sell the land to the new buyer, what if he sends the paper across to the new buyer, and the new buyer will take that paper to Aegis? What are they going to confirm? Or maybe it's called window search. They will check for the file number, the name, the first allotee, if the land is on the system, because they have carefully duplicated the original. So all the information on the clone document will be the same on the system. Do you understand? So you will come back and say, oh, the land is in the system. It's okay. It is called window search. Yeah. That is why if you go to Aegis, I think they place an embargo on window search, and they don't authorize window search. If you want to buy a land, you should subscribe to legal search, so you follow the due process. I think that it takes up to 1 month or 2 months. But people are not patient to go through that route. They want you to just tell them so that they just pay and go. So if you come back and you will tell the guy that, oh, this land is in the system, everything is okay, you will feel like, oh, I think it is okay to
it's
buy.
Okay to
you buy.
Okay.
So, and once you have paid that money, that guy is nowhere to be found until you want to move into the land, or you want to start building. Then somebody will come and say, how did you, this land belongs to me. Do you see? So sometimes
the impatience
so sometimes
carrying out due diligence.
It's due diligence. It's not something, land is not a car that you can just see and you buy under 2-3 days. It doesn't work like that. Do you understand? It takes months. You have to carefully you have to visit the land. You have to ask the neighbors. Do you understand? You have to dig deep, because once that money is paid, I don't think before you get it back, it's always crazy.
Yes.
So doing due diligence is very important. It's not just about doing due diligence. You have to spend time and money and energy, especially do your legal search, so that everything that have to do with that land, you bring it out from the system, and they will. Not just that, before you even send the money, you have to take that paper to Aegis. Do you understand? Because this Aegis paper, there's how they scan it inside Aegis. They will just put one blue light behind it, and they will tell you if it's original or not.
Yes.
So that paper, I don't think you can duplicate. They can duplicate it on a normal paper,
Yes.
but they cannot. Once you want to take it inside, once you take it inside Aegis, you know one good thing. Once you take that paper into Aegis and they scan it is not original, they will hold you there and they will arrest you.
Really?
Yeah. I think in Aegis they are doing a great job. So it's not left for you to make sure after doing your window search, before you pay, make sure you take that paper to Aegis to be sure that that paper you are buying is original. Yeah.
Okay. So if these factors or these measures are put together by Aegis, I would ask, how do these fake documents, how are they flooded into the Abuja real estate market? How is it that they are flooded into the market? And then how do they get circulated?
Yeah, for there to be an original, for there to be a fake, it means there is an original.
Yes.
And because of people quest to make money,
Yes.
and because of you wanting to acquire a land,
Yes.
and you're impatient, like you said earlier, that people, once you see something you like, you
just
have
want
that push
you're
inside
eager
of you
to get it.
you're eager to get it, and because of that way your body is reacting to that new thing you want to acquire, it makes you to skip the necessary things or the necessary steps you need to take. It's because the government cannot actually control this. I don't think if they can because these are things you can do on your own. You can just see a land document, head over to UTC or any printing press, and you say, okay, I want exactly something like this, and they will give it to you, and you will come back and say, okay, I have a paper for so land, I want to sell it to you. And the crazy thing is, once they duplicate that paper, I told you earlier, you will find the exact information on that paper. The same thing will be in the system. So it's not as if once they duplicate it, if you go to the system, you will see another name or from another name. They will duplicate exactly what is on the original paper. Yeah. So once that kind of thing, so I don't think there is a way you can control that kind of thing, because that is why once you have your original land document, don't send it to anybody.
Okay.
Don't give it out. If possible, just go and store it in the bank or store it somewhere safe. Because once they can't put their eyes on the original, there is no way they can. They must miss on one few details. Do you understand? For them to have that exact duplicate, they need to see the original for them to be able to duplicate. Yeah.
Okay. So can you break down how an original C of O can be verified?
Okay, yeah, C of O, that is certificate of occupancy.
Yes.
If you want to buy a land, whether be it R of O, be it C of O, I always advise that make sure you take the original to Aegis before making any payment.
Okay.
There is no way.
It won't be detected at Aegis.
Yes, there is no way it will not be detected. For now, maybe I don't know of tomorrow, but for now, once you conduct your legal search,
yes,
Aegis will send you a legal report and a document stating that this land you're about to buy is genuine and is okay and is in the system. And upon payment, they will ask you to bring the original to them. So once you bring the original, they scan it through, and they tell you that, oh, this paper is original. It's from us, because all the papers that is circulating in Abuja is from Aegis. And they tell you that, oh, this paper belongs to us and it's okay to buy. And if tomorrow, there's no way you can get it wrong. So for you, whether be it RFO, CFO, you have to take that paper to Aegis. You have to do your legal search on it before making any payment. I think that is the two ways to authenticate or to authenticate your CFO.
Yeah.
Taking the paper to Aegis and doing your legal search. You can't get it wrong. Once you do these two things, there's no way you can get it wrong.
Okay. So same goes for a buyer now. If I want to ascertain that this land has been allocated by the government and it is okay to be sold, it is still at Aegis that I would verify if this land has been, given, a go-ahead has been given by the government for it to be sold.
Yeah. No, sorry, when you say go ahead by the government, like I said in my previous video, government does not sell land to people.
Okay. Because we need to clarify that.
Yeah, the land are being offered to first allotee. Okay. Like I said, as long as you're a citizen of Nigeria, you have the right to own a land.
Okay.
How can you do that? You can head over to Aegis and open a file.
Okay.
And you apply for a land. They don't sell the land to you. because you're a citizen, you're a Nigerian. If you meet all the necessary criteria, they will offer the land to you.
Oh,
It's not
really?
less for you to, they will offer the land to you. You will go to ages and you acknowledge it. Okay, this land that was offered to me is okay. I can fulfill all my legal right and blah blah blah. You will sign with your NIN and they will
Yes.
upload it back to system that this land was offered to Mr. A and Mr. A have acknowledged and received it. So the values and selling of this land is done by the third party, not by government.
Okay.
So we, after receiving the paper, and I was like, okay, I think this area is good, this area is nice, I think I have to let me sell it. Do you understand? So that is why a paper can be in the market for years. That paper remains the same. It's that one paper. You can't change it. You can sell it to thousands of people. What you are going back to do is to confirm if the first allotee, the names that if in the system, do you understand? If the first allotee, the name is in the system. So there is no way government is not selling land to you to say, okay, government say, oh yeah, this place is for, they say they sold this land to you. That is why no matter where that paper is, no matter the person that is in possession of that paper, once government want to revoke it, they will just go back and revoke it. Do you understand? They don't care if you own it or if you bought it from Mr. A or if you bought it from Mr. B. What they know that they allocated this land to so person, and we are taking what we offered to you back, and that is it. So that is it. So government don't sell this land to people. They don't sell it. Even as Guzape, all these people they don't sell it. They just offer the land to you. You understand? And you will see it on the offer letter. This land is on rent for 99 years, and you are obligated to pay your ground rent.
Okay, so that just because I was going to ask if the individual makes any form of payment to the government. So the only form of payment that the government receives from that land that was offered to you is the ground rent for 99 years.
For 99 years, you keep paying it's very cheap. I think it's monthly is 5,000, 3,000
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If the land then is offered to the individual, why are the rates so exorbitant? Because it's not like you purchased it at a very high amount and you need to make profit out of it. So why is the amount most land sales, why are the prices so overly valued
expensive.
or for lack of a better word?
It's like I said, it's the third party, the allotee, that plays values.
So he decides whatever.
Because first of all, let me break it down this way. What drives the price of a land is mostly infrastructure. How livable the area is.
The location.
So if I own, maybe the land was allocated to me, and as far back as 1990 something, you understand, and I just look at the area, I say, this area is ripe now, I think land there or I ask around, I say, land there should be going for like 10 million, so let me put my own for 10 million, and you just say, I'm selling this thing for 10 million, and somebody will come and say, I want to buy 10 million. The person will go back and say, 10 million. The person will pay you 10 million naira. Then maybe we hold the land for maybe a month, 2 months, 1 year. I feel like I think I have to let me flip it. I want to sell it again. I want to sell it for 20.
Okay.
You understand? The person might say, okay, I'm selling it for 30. I'm selling it for 40. Then another person will buy it and we still put. There is nobody will sell it below where they bought. So from the first allotee, from the first person that bought the land, it's not expensive, but the more the paper keep changing hand, the more the value keep compiling. And so if at the end of the day you see that same land, sometimes the first allotee, if the first allotee gets to hear the current price of that land,
he may go back for it.
Like, are you kidding me? What is happening? This land I sold for 1 million is going for 100 million. Be like, oh wow. So the value of land are being placed by the purchaser or by individuals. So they just look around the area. Oh, this area is okay. I think this is central area. I think this is Gusape. This is this is that. And I think for Gusape to be like this, let me put my own like this, or this to be like this. I think that is just there is no price. There is no. It's the purchaser that pegs price for a particular land. Yeah.
Does it mean there's no regulatory body in terms of land sale and all? as long as you possess a land, you are free to sell it at whatever price you want to.
Yeah.
There's nobody that regulates what happens with the sale of land.
There might be, but I've not seen any, because in fact, all the land in this Abuja, the prices are being placed by how much I bought it. Do you understand? And especially when it comes to estate developers, okay, this is how much I paid, this is the amount of profit I will make after factoring all the expenses, the infrastructure. Okay, I think if I sell it at this amount, I will make gain. Do you understand?
Yes.
So they will feel like, oh, they will just place the price on so amount. So I don't think the government is aware of it, because they have no business. They didn't sell the land out. They just allocated it to somebody. They just offered the land to somebody. So they will just peg the price according to. So I don't think there is anybody somewhere. There is nobody somewhere saying that at this area, at this place, let price be this. The price are driven by consumers, by demand. Once the demand of land is high in particular area, the price just shoot up. Yeah, that is it.
It means that the land market is a free market.
Yeah, it's a free market.
Everyone does whatever they want to do without control.
As long as your papers are original, you put the price, you set the price. Once there is a buyer, you set the price.
So that means this issue of land being overvalued, nothing can happen per se as regards it.
Okay, let me ask you a question now. If you bought a land here in, let's say, in Gwarimpa for 5 million,
okay, and
maybe that's 10 years ago,
and
you have been out of this country for like maybe you have not been following, or you came back and you see, wow, this place is now developed and you ask around, you say land is now selling for 200 million. Will you sell your own for 5 million? Everybody is in for the profit. You put it at the
naturally you would work with what is the prevalent price.
Yeah,
true.
So that is how it works. So there is no body regulating. It's just how you feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, earlier you said something about you being able to go to Aegis and verify issues about the land, verify its authenticity and all. I would like to ask, so at this point, can you do your due diligence without the lawyer, or are there other people that can aid you to do your due diligence? Do you still need the
lawyer? Yeah,
the services of a lawyer.
Yeah, that why you need a lawyer. To me, because of the level of information and knowledge I've had, I don't think the lawyer can do better than me when it comes to doing due diligence.
Because you're knowledgeable.
Yeah, but for those people that are not knowledgeable on the field, they can consult service of a lawyer. But I always say this: make sure you are part of the due diligence. Because trust me, sometimes these guys can be compromised and they can miss out on some key factors.
Okay.
Once their interest is covered, they can compromise on, because trust me, everybody is in for what am I getting.
Yes.
Just imagine you want to buy a land of 1 billion, for example, and your lawyer is doing his due diligence on the process, and the seller will say, okay, see, let me tell you, this land is this, is that, but once this deal pulls through, I will give you 100 million. Do you understand? And you will go back home and, oh God, 100 million, I have my children's school fees to pay. Yeah, God. And there is chances that he will compromise.
Definitely.
You understand? Because his interest is now being covered. So that is why I advise people, even if you are, thank God that there are a lot of realtors doing good job trying to tell you now that this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do. Once you want to buy a land and you want to do your due diligence, be part of it, because the agent, the lawyer, the realtor can be compromised. Ask questions. Okay, if he comes back to tell you this, that okay, let me give you one example. There was one woman reached out to me that she wants to buy a land in Katampe Extension. There was this property I'm marketing there. So she said, I'm sending my lawyer that I need my lawyer to vet it for me. I said, yeah, man, it's okay. You're just meeting me for the first time. I think you need to call your lawyer, the person that you're comfortable with. But I already know how it goes in with Abuja lawyers. Once they are not getting anything from that land, they tend to sabotage the deal. Really? I'm telling you, I'm putting it out there.
So that means being a lawyer, working with a lawyer doesn't even still give you a 100% guarantee that the due diligence will be carried out. So if the lawyer is not someone who is a person of integrity, he can switch to the other side.
Yeah. So when the lawyer came back with his report and said that the land we are selling to the woman, that he did his due diligence, and he found out that the paper is the land is situated in Kubwa. I was like, are you? This is my first time hearing that. The woman called me and she was furious. He said that, why will I do that kind of a thing? That this blah, 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 blah. She trusted me. I said, ma, can you calm down, please? You understand? How does it even make sense? People are buying into this estate. Why do you think that your own search is showing Kubwa? I'm curious, can your lawyer tell me the office where he went to do that search? In fact, let all of us go together. I'm curious, I want to see. You know, somebody, woman was so angry, and I called the lawyer. I said, see, why are you doing this? It's not about the money. This is, I have a reputation to protect. Don't do this. I didn't know what I told the woman. I understand what is happening. I'm not new to this game. I know what the lawyer is doing. He's just trying to push your attention to another place. Trust me, after today or tomorrow, in fact, I give her 5 days. She will come back with another land to tell you that I have a land somewhere that this one is more trusted, and you understand. So after I told the woman that it's okay, that I'm not going to trade words with her or try to prove my innocence. But I told you that if she can give me the opportunity, I can prove to her that what that lawyer is saying is false. And if she's not going to give me the chance to prove my innocence, then I will tell her for free that in the next 5 days that this lawyer will offer you another land to buy in that same location. She said no, that she's no longer interested, blah blah blah. That I said okay, it's okay, no problem. Do I have a lovely day, enjoy your weekend. So I think 1 week later, she said, please, I should help her and do due diligence. I said, why will I help you and do diligence? She reached out to me again. I said, why? He said that the lawyers told her that there is this land a friend is selling. I told her that, see, I'm no longer interested in this. I told you before, for you to be that, I don't know how the right word to use for you not to give me the opportunity to prove that this thing, you're not open-minded. This a land business, you're supposed to be open-minded. Know that this is money we are talking about. As long as somebody's interest is not covered, they can compromise. I said to her that if it's a lawyer, believe him. If he's telling you to buy from me, just go ahead, buy from the person. That the land the lawyer is selling to you is original. I helped her to do the due diligence. I said the land is original. It's okay. It's in the system. But what happened was that the interest, I'm not covering the lawyer's interest.
Yes.
So he asked me what is in for him. In fact, it's normal. Once the lawyer is involved in it, just meet him and say, see, we will cover your interest. Trust me, that is how it works here in Abuja. If you are not covering the lawyer's interest and he's not getting money, just imagine doing a due diligence on a property that is worth 500 million and you will not go home with anything. Why will I allow that deal to go through? Do you understand? So I told her that the land the lawyer is selling is good. But just that what happened previously was the interest was not covered, and that was why. It's not that we are bad people or it's because the land I'm selling to you is fake. No. At the end of the day, we were cool. She bought from the lawyer and he said that I should not worry, that next time if she wants to buy another land, she will let me know. And at end, we restored the relationship. But that is that when it comes to due diligence. People will tell you, I'm telling you, if you put the word out there or ask people to fill a questionnaire, say what is their experience with dealing with lawyers when it comes to Abuja, you will hear crazy things. Some will tell you that I will see this lawyer with. So it's crazy, but it's happening.
So you will rather advise that people should do the due diligence themselves.
Be part of the process.
Okay, be part of the process. You can work with a lawyer, but be part of the process.
Be part of the process.
Okay.
If I'm going to maybe he will send you a search report. How did this come about?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
And how did you generate this information? Oh, I'm going to Aegis today. Okay, Aegis is somewhere that you can walk in yourself and say, I want to buy land. I want to buy this land. I'm telling you, it's not must you have to be a lawyer. You understand? You can just walk in there, just say, I want to buy this land. Can you help me and check if it's on the system? They will attend to you. That is how Aegis is. They're open to everybody. It's not more that it will be a lawyer or a realtor, or it's something you can do yourself. So that is how it works.
Can you share some real life experiences that you've had with fraud cases, land fraud cases in Abuja?
Okay. This will take, I think I have to do a lot of justice to this because I've been victim of Abuja land fraud. When I started going public and when I started talking about Abuja land fraud, and some people reach out to me and be like, don't say what you don't know, this, that. Some people even try to bully me. You
were harassed.
Yeah, no, some people will be like, don't call anybody's name, or they will come for you, they will do this to you. I was like, see, let me tell you, I'm not saying something because I want to I'm not a content creator. It's something that have happened to me. I think either 2021, 2021, when I that was not my first time doing real estate, but at some point in my real estate career, I I was selling for one particular estate. I think that's my boss. I owe him a lot because he was the one that set me on my real estate journey. But you know, as an Igbo man, at some point you will want more for yourself in life. So me and my guys, we said, see, we need more. We want more for ourselves, and we have seen how this is done, and I think we can do it. With that, I think that we are not premature thought. You know, that youthful exuberance, we want to
Yes.
push, and so we reached out to somebody and we wanted to acquire our own hectare. And then we don't have much money, but we already know how to play the game. You can go over to an investor, say, see, give me such amount of money, I will put it into this real estate field, I will do this into that in 1 year, I will give you back your money with profit. Do you understand? So I said, this is how these people are doing it. Why can't we do it? Why are we selling for them? Why can't we, push all the funds? That I don't know if it's greed or if it's just, I don't know what happened to us, but so we got the land. Then after signing all the papers, we went. The crazy thing is, we went for search. We went to the system and we confirmed that the land is on the system. This is what this part I have to be very very. It's I don't know. It happened, but it happened like a magic. I don't know what happened, but it happened to me. Like, I'm sharing this. I think the first time I'm sharing something like this in live podcast. So we went to the system. Because there is no way we can enter into such, collect
Yeah.
somebody's money and give it to somebody without doing search. So we went there. The land was on the system, and we say, okay, I think we can do the business. We collected money from one particular man. He saw what we are doing. He said, okay, I think I will invest in you guys. So he gave us this money. We paid, was it up to 30% upfront of the money the owner of the land was asking. So after making that payment, so we are all excited that, oh, I think we have to now, we are made now. Let's go out there and start selling the land and start making money. So when we get to the property with we now called bulldozer, somebody
Yes.
else that we clear, so that we do site clearing. Before we know, people started coming out from the one person came say, "What are you doing here?" I said, "What am I doing here? I bought this land from this person." He said, "No, that this person is not the owner of this." I said, "What are you saying that this person?" So it was like, it was crazy, but it happened. I said, "No, now I bought this land from this person. This person did that." I said, "Okay, let me go back." I called the man. I said, "Sir, the land is sold to us. So somebody came and said the land does not belong to you, that it belongs to so person. What happened?" You showed us a document showing that you bought this land from a Nexus document showing that you bought this land from the first allotee. So what is happening? He said we should not worry, that he's looking into it. He will get back to us. I said, I told my guy, I think something is happening. How are we going to pay this money we collected back? So we said, no, we have to go back to the city. In the process of, a lot started happening. We started having issues with the guy. The guy said, if we don't leave that property, he's going to call the police, he's going to detain us.
Was it an
and
estate
He
land?
said, yeah, it's an estate land, 2 hectares.
Whoa.
So he said he's going to deal with us. We don't have any godfather yet. We don't know much people.
We're
We just
still
want
new
to
in
do
the
business.
business.
Yeah, we just want to do business and survive. So we got scared and said, no. We now say, sir, I beg, give us our money. We are not doing again. So immediately we asked for a refund. The man said that we should wait, that he's working on the land. We said, no. We now went back to the system. This is where it gets crazy. Couldn't find that paper in the system again. I was like, how am I going to explain this to somebody that I went to do search and they told me that this land is in the system? They showed me.
What location was this?
Is it do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Idu.
So I said this land is in the system, and how manage? We are speechless. Did somebody take it away from the system? Was it added in the system just for us? Do you understand? I said, we are done. What are we going to do today? So a lot of people started coming out that they paid the man the same money, they did this, they did that, and I was saying.
So he had done this to several people.
I told my guy, I think in this junction we are done. I think see or CJ, it was crazy. It was it was a heartbreaking moment for us. In my just imagine you trying to start something new and suddenly this kind of thing hits you. We have a debt to pay. The small money you have collected to do clearing, like it's crazy. How are we going to raise this money to pay back? So we went to the EFCC. We reported the case to EFCC. Even the Interpol, because I think the man left the country at some point. He left and couldn't reach him even up to today.
Really?
Yeah.
But can you share the identity of this person?
No,
Is it why?
It's not something I wanted to do.
I mean, so that people can beware and don't fall into the same.
No, I don't think I want to do that. But wait, I'm heading somewhere. So, see what happened was when EFCC got involved. Do you understand? The money was transferred from Mr. A to Mr. B.
Okay.
Do you understand? The money was transferred from a middleman to him. And then, like I said, I don't know why. It's now that I was asking myself, why did we allow that? Why didn't we send this money straight to him? But so when the EFCC came in, we wrote our statement, and EFCC got to the person we transferred the money to. Say they put him under pressure. At some point, the good thing was we recovered the money part by part through the help of EFCC. That was maybe
but did you recover everything fully?
Yeah, 3 years or 4 years later. It was, at that time I've already started my real estate career. I've moved past that level, but we recovered the money through the help of EFCC.
Wow.
But it was not from the man. We didn't recover the money from the man. We recovered the money from the person we transferred the money to. So because that man was nowhere to be found.
You didn't transfer it to him directly.
Yeah, so the man was nowhere to be found. So you know how law works. So you have to hold. Say the money went to you. So we have to hold. You have to hold this person. It's not about the man. I know that the man had no hand in whatever happened. He transferred the money to super person, but I came to realize that thing that happened is still happening.
Yes.
You will go to ages. I don't know, especially when it comes to area council land. This land is existing, and you go back tomorrow, you will not see it again. Do you understand? And I was like, what is happening? Do you understand? It keeps happening because after that thing happened to me, it took me a lot of time to recover from it. Like, we went into debt, and I learned the hard way. That is why I said in the beginning, I burnt my finger crazily. Like, far back as 2021, and I just came out from NYSC. No, I think 3 years after I came out from NYSC, and I was thinking, what will I do with my life? And it happened to me. I was like, how can I go from here, God? How can I come out from this? But God's so kind, knowing fully well that my intention was not to defraud anybody, but her life happened to me.
Yes.
But the crazy thing about this thing is still happening.
It is.
When it comes to this AMAC land. That is why I always advise people, whenever you want to buy an AMAC property, you have to be very careful. See, you should not leave any stone unturned.
Untouched.
They understand. If you go to this office, go to another office. In fact, go to the whole office with that document. At some point, before you even buy AMAC land or Barrier Council land, we have to go to the person that signed the document. That is how bad it became. That you can't even differentiate the bad and the good. That you have to go to the person that signed the document to say, is this your real signature or this one is not my real signature? And you see that it's crazy. It's to show you that is why when I was saying earlier that once they want to do this duplication and land racketeer, you will not know. You can't differentiate the good from the bad until it starts happening. Until when the time comes, you'll be like, how did I fall into this trap? So that is why sometimes I don't blame if I hear somebody saying that I was defrauded or I bought land and this, and I feel like I know your pain. I know how it happened, because at some point they will not want to give you access to that land. They will not want to give you access to the original document because you are not paying in full. As if they are doing you a favor. Just imagine somebody say, okay, this land I'm selling it for 200 million, but give me 20 million and move into the land. As you are selling, you are balancing up, and you will not have that courage to say, can I see the original? I want to take it for search. Do you understand? Because you have already subjected yourself to, this man is my helper, he's helping me, if he's doing me a favor. You will not. Some people will say, why? Until you be in that situation, that is when you understand that you will not have that right and that power to say, sir, can I have the document to go and do search before? I think it happened. So we didn't get to see the original because man gave us a photocopy. We
Oh.
went with the photocopy to do the search, and it happened, and that is how we lost the place. And at the end of the day, the real owner came and evicted everybody. And so, but the what I'm concerned about is, I went for a search and that land was on the system. And months later, after when this whole thing started, we went back there and I can't find that land again.
Really? So what happened to it?
Even that is where somebody
But
have to
did you
explain to me.
ask? Did you follow up the questions, because you already had a document, and this document showed there was a land, or there's a land in existence with this
With this
going
name.
back, and then there's a signature going back. Why didn't you try to push or pursue? Like, why is this?
Like I said, then I was coming out from.
Okay,
I'm already in
you were
debt.
still and you were
No,
in
I'm already in debt,
Okay.
and
A lot was
I don't
working in
have-
your psyche.
I don't have the financial capacity
To pursue
to
it.
pursue that kind of, because at every stage you have to spend money.
Of course.
It's crazy. So, and I don't even know if I go and borrow new money to pursue this case, if I will
you
get
succeed.
it back. So, just getting money and be putting inside the case when you are not even sure the person you are dealing with is way bigger than you.
Yes.
You understand? So it happened then. So I have a lot of questions that was not answered then, because
But is it
I went
answered
back
now?
home.
Have
No,
they
I
been
went back
answered
home. No, it can't happen to me again.
I mean, for those questions that you had then, now,
Nobody-
do you have
it was-
answers
no,
to them
I
now?
don't have answers to them. I don't know how it happened. Because, do you know why? Because another estate, I don't want to, I think a friend of mine, you understand, I collected the building. He got his building approved.
Sorry, I'm going to pause you a bit at this point. I'm still wondering if we know these people who carry out these activities, if we know these fraudsters, why are we protecting them? Because there's a problem here we're trying to solve. Why are we still shading them? Because so how is the public supposed to know who to avoid and who we can deal with? So don't you think bringing them to light will help solve at least 50% of the problems that we have? If we begin to name them, so that people are like, okay, Mr. A is not genuine, let's avoid him, and deal with Mr. B. Mr. B is more straightforward.
Okay. You know why, when it happened, we wrote a petition
Yes.
to the rightful authority. They picked up the case and started their investigation. You know how this thing works. You're not supposed to interfere or say anything until the investigation is completed, because, or in the whole thing, we are alleging that he did this, he did that. Until the investigation is completed, that is when they can tell you, okay, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is that. Do you understand? Because it happened to me, I can't use because it happened to me to say, okay, this Mr. A, because you're having this experience with another person, means you should avoid this person. But do you know why? Because now they have placed, like I said, it was my ignorance that cost me that.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's because there are systems that have been put in place that there are right things you're supposed to do to avoid this kind of thing happening.
Okay, so what are those systems?
So because now I have the knowledge better than that.
Yes.
Before I key into any property, be it estate or individual plot, I have to cite the original.
Okay.
I have to take it to the system.
So those are the things that you didn't do.
Yeah,
you didn't cite the original.
I
You
didn't cite
walked
the
to the
original,
photocopy.
but I walked the photocopy. I used the photocopy.
But the photocopy is, you said earlier that the photocopy is a copy of an original.
An original.
So that means a photocopy cannot even stand.
It cannot stand.
That means a photocopy can be distorted.
Yeah,
That's what
the
you're trying to say.
photocopy-
That the photocopy can be distorted.
Yeah, but with that original, they can look at the original and say, okay, this
This
because
is an original
for you to
document.
be in possession of that original, it means you are the owner.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
All you need to do is a connecting document between you and the first allotee. Do you understand? For you to even have access to that original, do you understand?
So a red flag can be that a photocopy is not enough.
It's not enough.
So that is like one of the red flags.
Yes, that is one of the red
photocopy is
flags.
not enough.
It's not enough at all. But now I can tell you that before I key into any land or do any estate this thing, I have to cite the original. I'm sorry, I know it might look as if I'm more demanding, but
Yes.
please, you have to give me the original. We have to go, even if I'm paying you 1 kobo, 1 naira, we have to go to ages.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Another thing is, it's not like I didn't ask so then,
Yes.
but I don't know, once somebody is not confident in what he's selling, he comes
Yes.
up with a lot of excuses.
Okay. So
I
that's
think that
another
was
red
what
flag.
happened. Yes, because if I am confident on what I'm selling, and I say, oh, give me this and I want to go to ages and do due diligence so my mind will be at peace, I think I should be happy to do that, because your interest as my customer is paramount. It's something I care
Yeah.
about. So, but then he said, no, the original is so person that this, that, he cannot access the original until he completes, stories, some stories. And at some point, we are gullible, we believe that
Yes.
story, and it happened to us. So I think that is my first experience. At some point, a lot later happened to me. Like a lot happened after that, because in the process of trying to survive from what have already happened, we became desperate, and but thank God that I'm able to gather this information, and I know better now. I do better now. That is why I saw this as an opportunity
Yes.
to come out to
And
tell you that
tell people.
there are powers far way beyond you in this Abuja real estate. I'm telling you that no matter how careful you think you are,
Yes.
there are chances that you can still be victim of Abuja land fraud.
Yes.
So before you do any land business in Abuja, be it estate property, be it individual property, be it anywhere, AMAC, it's not tomato you are buying. You have to breathe in and breathe out. You have to follow the due
Yes.
process.
Yes.
You have to apply for a legal search. You have to go there yourself. You have to see this thing for what it is. Do you understand? If you conduct a legal search and the result comes back, and government is telling you that this search you conducted is okay, it's in the system, and is genuine, go ahead. And I do any transaction on that land. If it comes back, if at the end of the day it goes south,
Yes.
I will come back for them, because
Okay.
are you telling me that you deceived me?
Okay.
Do
So,
you understand?
in the light of your experience now, would you say, of the experience that you had, because, I mean, it was in the system when you checked, would you say that there are times that there's a compromise on the side of the government?
That is what I'm telling you.
Because this is like a mystery that we are trying
like
to
a mystery, because it happened.
solve.
Okay. Do you know that at some point we applied for development control approval. In one of my video, I said that it just doesn't, you don't need only development control approval
Yes.
to
Ascertain
that this land is
genuine.
original.
Yeah.
Some people came and said, you don't know what you are saying, that blah 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 blah. I said, I laughed. I said, if it have not happened to you,
Yes.
you will not know. I told one guy that, okay, let me share the life story. We applied for a development control approval, and through a man, and the approval was given to us. And we said, oh, we have development control approval. This is that. Do you know that after a long time, the property, we started doing some things on the property. At some point, the property was demolished.
Really?
I was like, why was the property demolished? What is happening? I was confused. I said, so, like, I've been victim of Abuja land fraud. I'm telling you, I've been victim of that. And
so you've been
that is what
battered and bruised.
God.
So you
These people
become
they have dealt
wiser.
with me. I'll be like, why are you people bringing this building down? They say, it's not building, just the gate. They said, this is the approval. You guys approve. He said, can I see the approval? I said, who gave you this approval? I said, can't you see your name, development control on it? Can't you
Yes.
see the conveyance letter?
Yes.
And do you know the crazy thing? When the approval came out, I went to the system. I said, I want to verify this approval, if it's correct, if it's genuine. I paid for it. They picked it. I said, the first office I went to say, I can't find this approval in the system.
Really?
I said, but this man
How was
said
it
it's in the
issued?
system. How was it issued? They said, I'll go to the next office. I went there. They said, I went to the last office. They said, okay, it's there. Can I see? They said, no, it's there. That it's in the system. All I need to do is revalidation. I said, okay, the approval is in the system. Why do I have to do revalidation if I just acquired I just got the approval. So why he now said something that this is the year the approval was
given.
issued.
Yeah.
It came to my attention. It's true, but I did this approval which year, and I'm seeing this year. Why? Like I said, if you don't have the information, it's bad that we have to learn the hard way. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's very bad. Like I'm that person that I've learned the hard way in Abuja real estate. I said, the man said it was backdated. I said, backdated? Are you serious? I said, I called the man and said, sir, the approval. He said, yes, the approval because they have placed embargo on Ama giving approval. I said, but why didn't you tell me this after giving you my money and you're coming back to tell me this shit? He said, that I should go to this department. I said, oh, God, I think we are in another soup. Then when the man said the approval was in the system, I have to do revalidation. I said, okay, no problem. What will it take me to do revalidation? He said that the approval is outdated. That I think this is it. But when after some months the gatehouse was demolished and I felt bad, I started doing another follow-up and said, what is happening? Why? I got an approval from you guys. I took the approval to at first when I took the approval to verify,
yes,
when the man told me that it was in the system. Do you understand? This thing I'm telling you happened I think 4 years ago. He said it's in the system. Abi, when the issue started coming out, that same approval, I brought it forward and somebody said the approval is fake. I said, but I took this approval to your office and you said it is in the system. How is it now fake? He now pointed out, he now showed me something in the approval that said, this is not here, this is not here, this is not supposed to be here. And I said, he said, anytime I see fake approval, this is what I'm going to look out for.
So can it be that we have, or there are some agents that help these fraudsters carry out their task in ages? Because how did this document become?
How did this document? That is why.
So could it be that there are people in there that are from working hand in hand with the fraudsters?
Judging from my experience, judging from what happened to me,
yes,
I said, see, it's possible. Because
there's no other way we can unravel this.
Kind of so now, like I said, now I know better.
Yeah.
I can do better.
And you know what to look out for.
I know what to look out for now. Like I paid for my ignorance. That is why I'm saying now that don't assume, don't do these things by yourself. And don't trust somebody to do it for you. Be part of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Have that mindset of just be open-minded. Walk into any office and say, please, sir.
Yes.
This is what I want to do. Can you just an independent person? Do you understand? You have to tally from what this person. So I've paid dearly. Oh God, you guys have dealt with me.
Okay.
But it's
for people who are outside the country now. I mean, you were on ground here, and then you were even you were caught up in the whole mess. For someone who is outside the country now and the person wants to make an investment in land, the person wants to make purchases and all that, how is the person going to go about it?
Yeah, you see,
what advice would you give the person? How is the person going to go about it to ensure that he is buying into the right land, he has the right documents and all?
Okay, first of all, my previous video I've addressed this issue that there are some steps you need to take before buying a land. Trust me, it will be brutal, but you have to. I'm telling you. You know why? It's brutal, but you have to do it. First of all, I want to acquire this particular property.
Yeah.
It's always better if people are living around. If people are living around, it's a bonus for you. At least you can go into this place and say, please, sir, I want to ask, have you seen anybody in this property? Do you know anybody? Because I think that is the best form of due diligence.
But what if it is a developing area where you don't have neighbors and there's nobody to? It's a large vast of land and there's nobody. So who do you ask? Okay, you ask the workmen.
Yeah, no, I'm coming to that, but that's why I say if it's an area that is already developed, you can walk into your neighbor's compound and say, please, for the past how many years do you know the owners of? Anybody that have stayed in a particular property for 10 years, 6 years,
we'll have some information.
Do you understand? Those racketeers, they just come in from nowhere. Do you understand? So you ask, this is that. I want to acquire this property. Do you by any chance know the owner of this property? Please. They can tell you, okay, this is Mr. A, meet Mr. A or meet Mr. B. Some people even go as far as putting somebody in the property, like all these gateman, caretaker. They can say, oh, this is the owner. Then it's a process. You call the owner, say, have interest in this property, and can you hand over the documents for me? They will give you the document. Remember, the document they are giving you will be photocopy. Nobody will give you original at first. What it's going to contain is, you will see, it's called a title document.
Okay.
You will see an offer letter.
Yes.
With the name,
Yes.
the size of the land, the purpose of the land, and some other details with the signature of either director of lands or minister's approval, be CFO or RFO. You understand? Because I think that's the difference between RFO and CFO. RFO is being signed by director of lands, and CFO is signed by the minister. So when you get this paper, you head over to Aegis. You will submit the paper. They will do window search for you. If possible, you submit. You go through the legal search. If you be patient enough, because another one red flag that I've dictated in this Abuja real estate. Whenever you want to buy a land and the person is hurrying you, you have to pay now. That somebody took the paper to Aegis. If you don't pay now, you will lose it. And let me lose it. Now, if you say somebody, if you open your mouth to tell me that somebody wants to pay for the land, I will not even answer you again, because it's one of the tactics. They want to make you uncomfortable. They want to put pressure so that you will just be like, oh, let me just pay now, because the land is very. So after doing that due diligence, after checking for if the paper is on the system, do you understand? You head over to what they are checking is the allotee, the file number, and the size of the land. That is what they are going to check. They are just checking for the name, if the file number, if everything tallies with what they have in the system. That does not make the land original. You have to after checking that, like, because why I said that is if somebody have a clone paper of that place, it can present the clone one to you, because the whole thing is on the system, and you feel like it looks real. So that is why it's not enough. So you head over to mapping and surveying department. That's what they call the TDP. That is the size. There is a paper attached to the paper. You just see one box shape. That is the size of the land. With that TDP, the mapping and surveying will generate a coordinate for you. That coordinate will, once you will get this GPS tracker, this surveyor guys, they will input the coordinate. The coordinate will take you directly straight to that land.
The land is.
Because there have been some situations where this one is another life story. I wanted to buy another land. Wanted to enter after those things happened. Wanted to enter into another estate project, because like I said, I now know what to do.
Yes.
I went to mapping and surveying. They gave me the coordinate. When I entered the coordinate took me to. I was like, the land I'm buying is here. Why are we going? It's not even. The area is different. It's just as if the land is in Gwarempa. The document is taking you to Lube.
Are you serious?
Like, kidding me? What is happening? Like I said, I now know how to do better. So it is very important.
The coordinates help
you to
know whether it is the exact location.
If what they are selling to you, if that's what you are getting. So once you get the coordinate and it takes you directly to that plot, I think it's okay. Then you go over to the seller, say, okay, now I've confirmed that the document you sent to me is in the system, and the TDP tallies with what is the mapping and surveying. So who did you buy from? That is the next question you should ask, because he might not be the first allotee. If he's the first allotee, thank God, he will just give you his NIN and some other document to show that.
But can this thing be done now? Remember, this is someone who is not in the country. Like, he can.
That is where the lawyer comes in.
Okay, so he's going to, whoever that's going to be representing him, this is the information he's going to pass to the person. This is what you need to look out for, and this is what you need to get. Outside of this land may not be genuine.
Outside of this.
So
and don't just leave it for a lawyer. Make sure you have your brother or your sister. Somebody that, because that is the, if we are not in the country, and that is where
your fresh meat.
Fresh meat. so because before he comes back, the lawyer might. So the lawyer or the person will go over to the seller and say, okay, who did you buy from? Are you the first allotee? If he's not the first allotee, you have to show you a document connecting the first allotee to the him. Do you understand? If he's the third buyer or fourth buyer, he has to have all this power of attorney, showing that the ownership of that land has been transferred to him. So he must, on no account will the person tell you that I didn't collect the power of attorney. It's a lie. Do you understand? And there are things to check out for. This is I want to share this one here. It's I'm serious. This one is one of the things I check out for. Any power of attorney or any land that has stood the test of time, that have maybe it was issued 10 years ago, there is no way the paper will be neat. The paper can't be clean. The paper can't be new.
That's another sign.
So because if you tell me you bought this land for 5 or 10 years ago, you are giving me a power of attorney and the paper is as new as well. Are you kidding me? I would say, where did you print it from? Kudos, thank you. Anywhere you print, go and keep printing more. It's because if I bought this land 10 years ago, there is no way the power of attorney will be new. There is no way the land document, a land document.
But what if the person has kept it for a while and then maybe the person had not sold it, and this is the first time he wants to make sale?
If
it's still not possible for the paper to be clean.
If you keep a paper for like, you can just do the experiment for like 10 years.
Age will tell
age will definitely cover. Yeah,
definitely.
Depreciation, it will wither.
No, I just asked that because someone may want to bring that as an excuse and say,
that is why
I kept it very well. I'm just trying to bring that out so that people know that age too tells on a paper, no matter how it has been kept. That is where our expertise comes in. You know, the question goes one after the other. First of all, I remember I asked you, who did you buy from? Yes.
And when did you buy the land?
Yes.
You will not know where I'm going to.
Yes.
You say, oh, I bought the land from so person 3 years ago. Yes. I say, nice. That will give rise to my next question. So can I see the paper? Because if you bought it 4 years or 5 years or 6 years, depending on, there is no way the paper will be new. If you say you bought the land 3 months ago, 1 year ago, there is chances that the paper will be. So once you get the paper, the connecting document, before you make payment, make sure you take that original to Edges for them to scan.
Okay.
If it's FCDA document, take it to Edges. They will put that blue light behind it. They will check if it's authentic. Once it's authentic, the TDP, the mapping and surveying coordinate is on point. The papers are genuine. Why not? You can hold it as long as, trust me, if anybody comes back tomorrow to say at this land, you will definitely win that case.
Okay.
You know, once you do this due diligence, you follow this. You must. There is no way you can get it wrong. There is no way.
Okay. For someone who has fallen victim of land fraud now, what are the legal steps to take?
Okay.
Are they legal steps
to take? Yeah, I think at this point, that is where I want to plead with the higher authorities. You know, it's something that as I'm talking to you now, it's happening. Somebody is somewhere crying now that he have lost his land.
Oh, really?
It will still happen. It's happening. So if there is a way, they can digitalize these things and make it easier for us to access.
So most of the times it's
very the process is tedious.
So you have more of them saved, like most of the processes are analog. You just have free.
Yeah, you have to
few saved in the system.
There's a way there's a government portal where you can quickly authenticate a particular paper, and where if you are buying from anybody, make sure you upload your power of attorney to be in the government system, so they will keep track record.
So this is like a recommendation.
Like, so that if at the end of the day, if I go over to the portal, just like I want to check my WAEC result,
it's very easy.
I will just say, once I input
key in your registration
and
number,
you see that Mr. A bought from Mr. B with their passport and their NIN, and it's showing on the system that this man, I'm talking to the right person. I know it will reduce the level of land fraud.
So we need to incorporate more of tech into
tech-driven society.
Real estate.
Yeah, so that it will make it easy. For those that have lost their land, first of all, you have to go over to the police. You understand? Once you go over to the police, because they are the right authorities to go to, you fill your case and they will start the investigation. At the end of that, I believe you will get justice, because I have gotten justice from the police.
Yes.
There is a case that happened to me I bought the land. That one is another level of new fraud that happened to me. I don't know. Okay, let me throw light on it.
You've had several experiences.
Yeah, that is why.
Enough to last you a lifetime.
That is why now I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm saying it the way it is, that see, it's happening and a lot of people are falling victim of it. So I've gotten justice from the police. I've gotten justice from the EFCC. I've gotten justice from the police. So they helped me to trace the guy. At some point the man ran. The man refused to come, but I find a way, got him from his house, and he paid me my money back. I lost the land, but I didn't lose the money. Why I lost the land, there's something they call unclaimed paper. I think that one is something you have to watch out for again when it comes to unclaimed paper.
So what's an unclaimed paper?
Unclaimed paper is when an offer letter is given to you.
Okay.
You are supposed to come to Aegis and fill what they call acknowledgement letter to show that you have accepted the offer.
Okay.
And once you fill it with your NIN and you sign, they will upload it in the system. It means that you have claimed it.
Yes.
So I don't know how they do it, but this paper, once they allocate the land to you and you didn't come to claim it, before you know, that paper will sneak out and to be in the market. I don't know, the paper will just fly out. So that day we bought such paper. We went to the ages. The paper is genuine. The paper is original, but the document is unclaimed.
Okay.
So it's unclaimed. So the paper can be genuine, but it can be unclaimed. So when I got there, I said, okay, I did my search, my due diligence. The paper was on the system. Everything was genuine. I did that. That is why I said it's very important to take the original to the because that is the only way they can ascertain if this paper is unclaimed. So when I did my search and everything, I said, this paper is okay, it's genuine, and I bought. So when we wanted to start the building approval, then I took the paper back to Aegis for my TDP and some other things, and I found out that the paper is unclaimed. And I said, how can I go about it? In fact, there is already a petition in Aegis waiting for us to arrive, that the owner of the paper found out that I think somebody tipped him off that there is a document that you have not claimed and something like that. So when we got to the Aegis, we were held and they took the paper from us. So that was the first time I heard of
but what
paper.
if the person did not come?
That is it.
You would have been able to go scot-free with it.
You go scot-free with it.
Okay.
So, but once the person, because most of those guys say, you will apply for this land, the land will be allocated to you, you will not know. Because when I met with the first allot, it was an open case. Yes. I met with the first allot. I said, sir, I didn't take any paper from you. I bought this land from so person.
Yes.
He said no, that he applied for the land 1980 something.
Wow.
And he was not even aware that the land was allocated to him. That not until somebody called him, do you understand? Say that something is happening. And when the paper came to light, they now said, this paper belongs to so person, and the man came and filed the petition, and they gave him. I said, sir, it's okay. They gave him the papers back. It belongs to him.
Yes.
He now filed the acknowledgement letter, uploaded in the system. The land is his. Yes. That is why I said the land is not for.
But your money was refunded.
Yeah, no. That is where I said police got justice for me. So the police tracked the seller and put our money back.
But could it have been that the seller did not know that land was
he was
unclaimed?
Aware.
He knew.
Because
so he actually wanted to take advantage of it and sell
when these papers are there. That is why I said, when the police started calling him, he said,
I strongly believe they must be an insider, because there's no way
this kind of thing is happening. So Abuja land fraud. If you think you escape this one, another one. That is why
another one raises ugly.
That is why I said, okay, I have the wars have happened to me. Yes. In this Abuja real estate, when I mean the wars, all the land fraud have happened to me. So now I'm vigilant. There is nothing you can tell me on this earth. I've passed those people they used to scam now. They understand. I just if you want to sell it for me, no problem. In fact, I will even frustrate you with the due diligence, because once you're not comfortable with what you're selling, your body will start itching you. Yes. Because you are in to make money, you don't want stress. Yes. So, but I think now.
So the police can help.
The police can help. The FCC can help.
The FCC can help.
Yeah. If they can set up a body or a department that investigates these people, that you can just go straight to. Do you understand? Like, just
I've job is solely to investigate this. Yeah, it can work
if they can just set it, because sometimes you just go straight to this department. Okay, the Department of Justice for Land. Just create something. I'm serious.
Department for Justice for Land. Right, sounds
Justice
good.
for Land. Just put the office somewhere in town. If you have been scammed, just come here. Trust me, if they put that kind of billboard or that kind of office before the next 1 hour, the lineup, you will see
they may not be able to handle the crowd, because it's going to be enormous.
Yeah. So if they can do it, so
but
that
that's a step forward.
Yeah, that is a step forward. So making sure that they can make this search easy for people for you to conduct without going through all even if they have to generate remitter, you pay online and just get it done. See all the files and how the land will move from 1A. If they can do that, trust me, well, they will just kill the land fraud in Abuja. Yes. It will not happen. It will just stop happening.
Yes. Yeah. So based on what you said, this is just a line with, because it was the next I was going to ask, the reforms that need to be put in place to curb this land fraud. So if an office can be set up, and tagged Ministry
of land.
of Land
Of
or
land.
Justice for
Justice for
Land.
land,
Yeah,
yeah.
Justice for Land. And then what else?
Yeah,
That's
ages
one
can
way.
do better job
Ages can
in
ensure that
that
their
they digitalize
records
their
are
search.
digitalized.
Yeah,
Yes, so to
and
make
can
it
access it,
easy
yeah.
and accessible. If possible, so you can even, just like what INEC is doing, you can access your you can
Yeah,
access
portal,
your registration
everything online.
your registration status from wherever you are, from the
Yeah.
portal, through your phone.
Just
So if they can do something
Yeah.
like that,
It's-
it
it's
reduces
perfect.
the crowd, the queue at their offices, at least to an extent. You can
Yeah.
access it from your mobile phone, and then
Yeah.
maybe
And even it will help the people in diaspora, because just
Yes,
imagine you want to
exactly.
buy land and there is a portal you can just log into and see the
Exactly.
history of that
Exactly.
land, how it has moved from Mr. A
Exactly.
to Mr. B. You will feel more confident. Do you understand? You
I
will
agree
feel
with
more
you.
confident.
I
Yeah.
agree with you. So we need to implore the services of
Just maybe
technology
yeah,
to
have to
ages.
digitalize the
It
system
would
very
reduce
well
the
to curb this land fraud in
of
Abuja.
land fraud in Abuja.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
because it's happening. It's
Beautiful.
happening. I wish I can cry because I'm just remembering a lot.
I
The
can
ones
feel
I can
your
share
pain.
here and ones I cannot share.
I
But
can
it's
feel your
happening.
pain.
But
I can
that
feel your
is
pain.
that is sometimes they said for you to be great, you have to go through some
Of
kind
course,
of
of
tough
course. Now,
experiences. Yeah,
your experiences have helped you
yeah, I've helped a
to
lot of
learn,
people.
because
Yeah.
if you hadn't gone through these
I would not know.
experiences, you wouldn't have known this. So less in one way, it is a win for you. At
Yeah,
least
it's a win.
it has
for
been
me,
an
yeah.
eye opener.
Yeah, yeah.
It has been an eye opener. Okay, so do you know about Paradise Estate?
Yeah, I've seen the name Paradise Villa. Something. Is it
yeah.
the villa?
Paradise Life Camp.
Yeah, yes.
Yes,
I know
yes.
of them.
So would you say that their mode of operation, will you term that as fraudulent per se, in the sense that one, the sale of land, some people feel it is overvalued. Then secondly, sometimes where you actually think that you're going to get a plot of land, maybe with because of the number of people who have made purchases, you're reassigned. Do you think that act is fraudulent?
Okay.
Then also with a very popular developer, P1, it's been in the news. There's been a lot going on with
P1 real
them and
estate
all
company.
that. Yes,
Yeah,
and
by Scott
some
Juma,
people
yeah.
term them fraudulent. But do you think they are fraudulent because, they've tried to look into their actions, and on the other hand, it's not exactly. But what do you have to say about about
Okay,
this? Would you term
P-
it, from your experience?
Yeah.
Would you term it fraudulent?
P1, like because I have been in Abuja real estate, I focus more on Abuja real estate and what is happening in Abuja precisely.
Yes.
Like I said before, P1. I don't think his operation is in. He don't operate more in Abuja because most of his victims are coming from Delta, all those things, and I can't really say about their mode of operation in
Yeah,
Delta.
okay.
Yeah, because they might have different mode of operation in Delta area, but here in Abuja, when you talk about Paradise, I've
some
seen
dealings
them.
with them.
I've seen them. Yeah, I've gone to their estate. I've seen most of the people. People complained about reallocation and
Yes.
yeah. So I said, okay, let me quickly address it. Thank God that you have asked. Some people, this is what developers do. That is where lawyer comes in, because sometimes there are some legal words that you will find in an allocation paper
Yes.
that you just have to read through the line for you to understand.
Yes.
Do you understand? Developers are out there to make money. It's a business. If you are buying into a land and on your allocation letter, it clearly states that you have 18 months to complete your building, or you have 12 months to move to site and complete your building. Remember, that developer must have mapped out that, okay, that I want this project to last for 18 months. Anything beyond 18 months, I'm losing money and I'm losing time. I have
Yes.
times to develop this land too.
Yes.
And you coming in as a customer, you're buying the land and you don't want to move to site. You want to hold the land and wait for everybody to finish developing so that you will sell 100 million land you bought for 5 million. Do you understand? No, that is not how it works. Do you understand? For you to you once they give you the allocation, you read through it and you agree that
Yes.
if you don't move to site within that
Period
of
of
18
time.
months, that you can be moved to another place. And when it start happening, you get emotional and you start crying like these people moved me to another place. But you signed, you appended your signature to read that if at any point after this time, 18 months or 12 months, I didn't move to site and you can reallocate me. And if they finally reallocate you, you start crying. Remember, forgetting that the developer is a businessman.
Yes.
He's out there to make money. The way you want to sell to a higher person, if after the 18 months somebody offers him bigger money,
You will sell.
he will sell and actually, oh, you can move to another place now because you have
Yes.
failed our terms of
Yes,
agreement.
yes.
So it's common.
So that
in
means their
Abuja
mode
religion.
of operation is there's really nothing wrong with this. It is not fraudulent.
That is why before you put your signature,
you should understand what you're signing
I think
to.
developers, what they need to do is, because sometimes this allocation comes at the end of your final payment. Do you understand? I think you should ask them what all these things before you pay your money, before you send money to them. See what will happen at so time. What you did is the offer letter. Get me the offer letter. Let me see your mode of operation.
Yes.
You understand? Let it don't be like a surprise to you. If at the end of the day it's not stated in the allocation, you are not aware of it, you sign, and if somebody wants to do something that is outside your agreement, you have to take him to court. Do you understand? You have to take him to court and make sure you after buying a particular land from a developer, make sure you don't just take only the allocation paper home, because like I said earlier, in my previous video, allocation doesn't hold that much water. You understand? You have to back it up with some document like deed of assignment. Once you get your allocation, make sure you back it up with deed of assignment so that can take it to court. Allocation is just a piece of paper. It's just a tenant in that place, and landlord can do to his tenant anything he wants. So you have to get an extra backing.
So that deed of assignment is.
So they can't give you power of attorney because they can't transfer the whole land to you. It's just a section, a deed this. So it's legal. So that is where your lawyer comes in to be sure. I always tell people, land is not akara, it's not bread, it's not car you buy, it's a process. Once you jump any process, you pay for it later. You understand? So most of those developers there that are doing, even that some of them are taking advantage of it and they do whatever they like, but they are smart too. They have lawyers. When you think they are stupid, when you take them to court, they will bring out evidences where you signed, where you agreed.
And once your signature has been appended, it is against you.
In as much as they are smart, they are out there to make money and be a successful business enterprise.
So before you sign any document, understand what you're signing to.
You have to understand what you're, so that tomorrow you will not start crying that, see, they moved me from Pape to, just why you agreed that after 12 months, if I don't move to site, do you understand? After 6 months, if I don't move to site, you have the right to move me. When they now move you start, why are you crying? You agreed to it. So that is why sometimes I will not tag their practices fraudulent. Do you understand? Because it's a straight line equation.
Okay.
They told you.
It's clear.
It's you that you said no, that you don't.
You chose to believe your own.
You chose to believe your own, and you start crying that they have duped you. But I believe that the developers can do better too. It should not be all those hidden things to surprise you. Make
so
it
that
clear.
we won't have.
So that the way you are doing the transfer
issues.
clearly, you should let everything be straight, so that everybody will be safe.
Thank you so much, Vincent. It's been an intriguing time. Very, very engaging and intriguing. It was great having you on this episode. So and I look forward to hosting you again, because I know that there's a lot that you still have to share.
There's a lot.
I look forward to having you. Thank you so much.
I know that we're going to have a great time. I just want to advise people out there, they should be careful about Abuja land fraud. It's happening. Until it happens to you, you will not know. But it's happening.
Be careful about land fraud.
Be very careful. Don't be in a haste to buy. It's your money. Even if you don't buy, another one will come. Make sure you do your due diligence. Watchful of these are tactics of some common fraud that we have mentioned in this video. Take your time, watch through it. It will save you from losing money, please. So that you will not come back and be crying that Abuja have this. No, there is a process, so you have to follow them to avoid losing your money. So thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, Vincent.
God bless you.
Well said.
Thank you so much.
We've come to the end of this amazing and intriguing episode. Thank you for staying through with us. I remain your favorite host, Ebere B. Do follow us on all our social media platforms. Thank you and see you in the next episode.